Personal learning devices, I really like that concept to go beyond mobile as something that we own or that we have with us and we're comfortable with and we're taking it with us everywhere. And by having that capability, that augmentation of our brain, means we start shifting in terms of what we think is important for our brains to do versus what we can put into the external world in our devices. Um, the, the notion is our brains are really powerful pattern matchers. We abstract meaning and gist and understand the world in terms of models. We're really bad at remembering rote things and executing reliable performances and doing complex things all in our head. Turns out these devices do exactly the opposite. They're really bad at pattern matching and meaning, but they're really good at remembering rote information and executing perfectly really complex things. So together, when we couple it, I talk about accessorizing our brain. We accessorize our outfits. Why don't we accessorize our brain? We are giving new capabilities, and we are becoming much more capable, formidable problem solvers from the point of view of the problem when we're augmented with these capabilities that our brains don't have, and these devices are the perfect complement. So once we take this out in the world, we have a couple really interesting outcomes. And one is that we start thinking differently about what is important. What should be in our heads versus what can we trust to our devices? People are worried, oh, people are going to get stupider. And indeed, they've found that when people have Google available, that they remember things differently. But I think it's a choice we have about what we decide we want to, leave the device to do and what we want to take ownership of. And we make that every day ourselves. And the second thing is we have the ability to start creating learning everywhere and everywhen. So it's not coupled to when we go away to this event and then we come back into the real world, but we start wrapping learning around the real world. We can start taking on the events in our lives and turning them into learning opportunities, not just performance opportunities. And I think we're going to change the way we learn from sort of this punctate event model to more what I like to call slow learning. And I'm advocating we start having a relationship with learning that it more matches the way our brains work. So our brains can only take so much activation in any one area during a day, and then it needs time to sleep. We need off time. And so if we can break up our learning and start streaming out little bits over time, we're going to make our learning more closely match the way we effectively learn. We're going to increase the power of our learning, the effectiveness of learning. We're going to be able to increase the meaningfulness of our learning as well, because we're going to connect it to what we're doing and what we're interested in, not arbitrary preformed things and not decoupled from the world. So I think these are two of the opportunities that will shape and change learning based upon personal learning devices.